Hello friends. So today we will do an exercise on passive, the past continuous tense or progressive tense. Let's begin. So the first one is a statement, he was writing a book. Very simple. So we will do a book. A book was written. A book was being written. A book was being written by him. A book was being written by him. Understand? A book was being written by him. Okay. Now the second one, the painter was painting the wall. Similar. So the wall was being, because this is continuous now, being and then past participle, painted by the painter. Understand? The wall was being painted by the painter. And the third one, when were they picking stones? When were they picking stones? So we will do that step by step, and these two we will remove and then. Okay, here it is. You have the, make it a statement first. They were statement picking stones. Where? They were picking stones where? Okay? So, stones were being picked by them. Where? And next is, make it a similar question, that is where stones being picked by etc. Now bring the question word here. Where were stones where were stones being picked by them? Question. So these are the steps. As you can see, they were picking stones where stones were being picked by them. So then make it a yes or no question. Were stones being picked by them? And then question mark, question word here. Where were stones being picked by them? Where were stones being picked by them? A clumsy question, but to see how a question can be not, you may not get sentences like this, but just to show you how any question can be converted into or changed into a passive. Understand? That's right. You may, nobody will ask like this a question, where were stones being picked by them? Normally will not ask. Okay. Now next is, who was teaching them music? Who was teaching them music? So then it will be he. Instead of who, you substitute he. He was teaching music. Who was teaching music? He was teaching them the music. And then you can see music. So they were, because this is the personal subject. Always when you have two objects, then you take the personal object that is preferred as the subject of the passive. So they were being taught music by whom? And when it is a question, it will be by whom were they being taught music? Question. Listen. By whom were they taught music? See that? Simple. Alright. Now the next one. What were they doing? That will be, sentence will be, they were doing something. Something instead of what? They were doing what? Something. So you can say something was being done by them. So instead of something you can substitute what? What was being done by them? Clear? What was being done by them? So, what were they doing? What was being done by them? Or what was being done? That's enough. It's a standard passive will be what was being done, because if the agent is not a specific one, like a name of a person, name of a country and things like that, you can omit if you want to. Otherwise you can retain it. Nobody is going to question you, but to be standard, to keep the standard, we can say classical that way. So then that is unnecessary things we can leave out. Alright. So what were they doing? How was he performing his duties? So he was performing his duties how? So you can say his duties were being performed by him how? So bring the question word first. How? How his duties, how were his duties, how were, because immediately after the question word you must have the first part of the verb. So how were his duties performed? By him is understood. How were his duties performed? And he was performing his duties. That is active and this is passive. See, questions, don't know. You convert them in a statement and then it becomes very easy for you. Because in question someplace the subject and subject probably may be difficult to identify. Were they telling stories? Next one. So they were telling stories. Now it's very easy. Stories were being told. Then were stories being told. Were stories being told by them. Them is not a specific one, so you can do it. Were stories being told. And next one is, was he reading the book? So he was reading the book. Now it's easy. The book was being read. Book was being read, and then was the book being read by him? Was the book being read by him? So that is the answer. Yes or no question? Any sentence you can change to a statement, then things will become very easy for you. You can do it after some day when you are say become masters of this, Straight away you can look at the sentence and then immediately you can see the passive. Alright. Where were the boys taking the desks? Some boys were taking the desks outside. It was annual day for them. So you can say the boys were taking the desks where? where the desks being taken by the boys. So where were the desks taken by the boys? I think now it's clear, no? Suppose if you have got the boys were taking the desks, the boys were taking the desks where? Okay, make it a yes or no question, then it will be where the boys taking, etc. the desks. And then the desks were being taken. So that is the question. Where were the desks being taken by the boys? See that? Step by step, it becomes very easy for you. Right? Are you following me? Yes, very good. And next we have got the Suman was throwing stones. Very simple. The stones were being thrown by Suman. Stones were being thrown by Suman. That's all. That's very simple. Naughty boys were creating problems. Problems were being created by naughty boys. Listen, created. Why was he lifting the luggage to steal? I don't know. So that will be, he was lifting the luggage. The luggage was being lifted, isn't it? Then why was the luggage being lifted by the boys? Isn't it? Question mark. Why was the luggage being lifted by the boys? And now here also you see step by step statement. First make it a statement, then yes or no question, then WH question. Right? Yes. I think this is one of the areas students find difficult. When they get a question, then they are just looking here and there to start replying. So what is the answer to this? Where is the subject? Where is the object and so on. So in this way we can make things very easy. Now they were removing the waste. The waste was being removed by them. First one. And the last one, people were cleaning the floor. The floor was being cleaned by the people. Understand? So that is very easy, I think. Now it is clear what is. Now you do some more exercise, some more sentences. You form your own sentence, generate sentences in the past continuous tense, and then change them into passive. Remember, continuous tense means there should be being. Passive means to be plus past participle. You will find this here. To be plus past participle. That is, you have was, that is to be, one form of to be, removed, that is past participle or V3, and then you have got being. See that? There are three parts for the verb. Passive verb, three. Continuous means there should be three parts. That is, first that will be the form of the verb to be. Secondly, you will have being. Third, you will have the past participle of the given verb. I think things are very clear to you, as clear as daylight. You are enjoying my classes, grammar. I told you, if you master this, it will be a mastery for your life. Okay? Bye. Have a nice day.